Monday morning saw me leave Beto Carrera and then head north to Sao Paulo. It was about 7 hours in a car, so nothing too bad. Sao Paulo is more of a business centre rather than a tourist trap, and although it's got 14 million people or something like that, there's not too much to see for tourists. There's a couple of cool buildings, but nothing like Rio. I ended up staying in Sao Paulo only a couple of days, so then it was a 6 hour bus drive to Rio de Janeiro overnight, in which I slept pretty much 5 hours and 59 minutes of it, I think. I got to Rio in the early hours of the morning, and straight away the first thing you kind of notice is the big statue of Christ that towers over the city. I'm not really a religious person, but it's one of those things that I've always wanted to see ever since I was a kid. Going to Rio itself was always on the bucket list, and then going up to see the Christ Redeemer statue was, well, an extra point on the bucket list. So I was really glad I did it. I managed to get up on the first little tram that takes you up there, so there weren't too many people, and it's pretty amazing, the views and the scenery and just everything about it was pretty cool. Then once I got down from the Statue of Christ, it was off to Sugarloaf Mountain. These are it's the Sugarloaf is the bigger one, and then Urca Hill is the smaller one. And I walked up Urca Hill and then managed to get the cable car across to Sugarloaf. So that was again pretty cool. I wouldn't advise it if you're afraid of heights. It's pretty high up there. But yeah, it was another thing on the bucket list that I really wanted to do. And as you can see, the views are pretty amazing as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't all just sightseeing and touristy stuff. I did have to do work as well. So this was my office for most of the week, which was the lobby, where the internet was the strongest. So that's where I was planted for most of the time. But it was still cool to be able to go to Rio and do everything that I wanted to do. And that included going to Copacabana Beach, and I even managed to play football on Copacabana Beach. I joined a group of guys who let me join for a couple of minutes, and so again, another tick on the bucket list. So I've played football on Copacabana Beach and walked all along there, and yeah, it's nice. I can only imagine what it's like for the carnivals and New Year. Must be absolutely crazy, but maybe another time. But after a week in Rio, I now head south down to Porto Alegre, where I meet up with Enzo Lopez and his family. I'm going to stay there for a day and then head off to a motocross race with them. So that'll be the next episode. So back to a bit more motocross action for everyone.